Okay, one more time. All right. I'm April White.
And I'm Christopher Tompkins.
And you're on the line with the Hype Busters.
Welcome. Ready for some real talk on strategic communications?
You're in the right place. Chris!
Hi, bro.
How's your week been?
Oh my gosh. Good. Oh yeah. Welcome to Hype Busters, everybody. We're all about us today. This is a one-on-one with me in April today. No, welcome to Hype Busters, everybody. My week has been great. How about yours so far?
You know, it's been good. It was the weirdest part of my week was that I don't remember if I told you this, but I ended up getting interviewed for a newspaper article for the store that I'm opening. And normally I'm the one setting up all of those things and, putting someone else in the spotlight. It was a very, very weird experience.
What was weird about it?
Being the center of attention. They came and took photos and it was all about me and pose this way and do that and do this. And I was
Oh
like,
God.
yeah, it was a lot of that. And then it was a lot of just like asking me questions and even including what my hobbies are. Like, what? Nobody asked me that except like nobody. I was going to say online dating people, but I don't do online dating because it sucks.
Yeah.
But back in the day, online dating people.
Oh my gosh.
What do you do for fun?
Oh, okay. These are the questions. Did you have an urge to rewrite questions and provide them with better questions? I've been interviewed and I've done that.
You have not.
I have. I said, actually, you know what? I have a couple
Oh
questions
my
that can I. Are you close to your email? Let me just shoot them over to you. Someone asked me this recently. I think it would look really good in your article. I didn't say. Basically, I don't want to talk about that. It doesn't make any sense. It has no bearing on the topic of the article. Give me a break. Call yourself a journalist.
Funny. Well, I was making fun of the online dating people for asking what you do for fun,
Oh.
not of the journalist.
Oh, no, the journalist. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
Yeah, it's okay. No, but it's like the three questions are like, so why are you here? Like the online dating.
Why are you here?
And that's always my favorite. Like, why are you here, fucker? Like, like
No animosity whatsoever
no,
I get from you on this.
really, really enjoyed my time with online dating.
Yeah.
All 30 seconds of it. Yeah.
So it was a premature evacuation, so to speak?
There's so many places to take that.
There is. But no. So you have a new store. Are you excited? I mean, that's a big deal.
I am super excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been really fun. I am discovering that I really enjoy creating things that I have some vision for. So it's not, for a while I thought it was just, writing or music. And then I started to realize from creating trust relations that I love having an idea of something and then manifesting it, like having it come to life.
Mm,
And this is cool because with trust relations, it was virtual. So it was this idea I had, but it's still like this nebulous virtual agency, right?
yeah.
But there are people involved with this. It's like super physical and tangible, which is really fun.
Oh,
So
that's
you
great.
walk in and like see the whole vision like in front of you.
Well, no, and also it's like not even just seeing it; it's the full sensory experience of being in
Yeah.
something that you've created is pretty.
Yeah. Oh, so weird and so cool. Yeah.
Mm.
So it was cute because my friend Erin came and helped me design it. And we got done with designing it and putting all these flourishes and final touches and things on it. And we just stood there like we were supposed to go eat. We worked until 2:30 in the morning getting ready for the photo shoot. And then we came back to the photo shoot at
Wow.
9 and we worked again until like 2:30. And we hadn't even eaten breakfast, right? We're standing there, we're like, we gotta go eat, but we're just like looking around like it's so beautiful. It was crazy, but it was really fun. So I'm enjoying it. I guess I'm technically on the verge of being a serial entrepreneur. I don't know how many things you have to do to be a serial entrepreneur. But
I don't know how many murders is it? How many kills till you become a serial killer?
I mean, let's Google it. I don't
I
know.
would say that would be my bar.
Okay, hold on. Let's find out.
Serial
How
killer would be
many?
maybe 3 plus,
I think so.
6 more, 6 plus, 7. God, 6 businesses. You need to be committed.
But it's not. It's not a very. I thought Google would just give me a very clear answer.
I would ask my Alexa, but
A serial killer is typically a person who murders three or more people.
there you go.
So I need one more.
One more, and you're a serial entrepreneur. Brought to you by the definition of serial entrepreneur. Brought to you by Hypebusters. Use that in your term papers, kids.
Oh my
That's a
god.
good one.
Oh
That's
my
a good
god.
one.
Enough about me. Well, tell me about you. What's going on?
Me. Well, aside from the good old agency work, I've been really trying to get creative and immersive and try to being creative in a non-screen time related environment. So I've gone back to teaching myself guitar. I've been going back to refining my piano skills. I've started painting. um
Whoa.
so so yeah, it's been really great, because I've started, I think I mentioned it to you before. I'm writing a book, and it's basically documenting the journey of the creative elements. And what's really neat is that I say it's really neat because I'm fucking writing the book, but like the book the book is basically based, like a genderless version of the Renaissance man. So what does using and because what I did was I got really interested in a lot of elements of the Renaissance and kind of how it was a really big time of change, but it was change in very specific areas that were all based around humanism, which is like I really like that concept because it's very full. And everyone's talking about self-improvement. It's kind of like get more sleep and have some more water, and you know these are your 4 mantras. And it's kind of like it's more than that. It's like interaction, it's like art, it's reading, it's writing, it's looking at culture, it's doing all this stuff. So I'm basically forming a whole list, and then I'm going to document my year of doing it. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited. I've already like gotten a couple chapters down, so I'm excited about where that's going to go. And then I have another book going at the same time for the Bulletproof Marketer, which
Right
is
on.
my other brand. So yeah, so it's cool. I've been feeling really creative, and I've actually had a little bit. I've kind of cordoned off some space in my world to actually do something, which is kind of
Nice.
cool. Because you know how it is as a
Yeah, I'm great at that.
multiple murderer, not a serial entrepreneur yet, a multiple
The
murderer
almost.
of a business owner. Yeah. So, and the reason I had serial killer on the mind is that we just watched The Jinx after never seeing it. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
It's the Robert Durst
Um Oh,
documentary.
oh my god. Yes, I started to. I need to finish it. It reminds me because my ex is actually friends with a family member, a Durst family member.
Oh, okay. They're
So I need
very wealthy family.
yes, so I need to I started it and I was so disturbed because of the connection that I had to stop. But now that he's an ex, I can finish it. So that reminds me I can go back and finish it now.
Oh God, there's nothing
Um,
like an ex that's friends with a serial killer's family.
right?
Yeah.
What is there's an awesome TV series about the serial killer FBI Mindhunter. Have you seen that?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, that is so good.
Is it like series or?
It's a TV series. It's on Netflix. There's 2 seasons of it, and it like chronicles the beginning of the FBI figuring out what serial killers are and how
Oh,
they
like, oh,
operate, and like
okay. That's interesting.
and so they go after all these different serial killers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
There's something else I watched over the weekend, and we watched over the weekend, and this is like an early point counterpoint, I guess, like an early. Oh my God, look at this! You're getting extras already, folks. You've gotten like a linguistic lesson on what exactly the definition of a serial entrepreneur is, and you got the exact answer in Merriam-Webster's dictionary right from the mouth of babes. Um, Literally the reverse. But no, we watched the Tinder Swindler. Have you heard about that?
I have.
Okay, so the
I
premise is
haven't seen it.
okay, there's a simple premise and then it kind of plays out. So basically, there's a guy that uh, there's these ladies that get matched with this guy on Tinder. They go on a date with him. He's extremely wealthy. He wines and dines them, and then he starts asking them, and he convinces them that he tells them basically that he is this very rich guy, very powerful by all the trappings of what's around them. Like he's taking them on private jets the first day, and these are like regs. These are not
Mhm.
like rich people, aristocracy or anything. These are regular people that he's matching with.
Rakes.
Regs. And they were sorry, regs out there. But anyway, no, so what he does is wines and dines them, and then he takes and then basically starts asking them for money because the mob is after him because he's in the diamond business and this, that, and the other. But everything checks out online. So digitally, everything checks out. And then
Ah.
the story unfolds, and then there's more women involved. And then he's asked. It's pretty interesting. I mean, if you Google it anywhere, the end of the story is there. I mean, he does get caught. He gets his comeuppance, very very small comeuppance, but the one part about the thing that I really, really bugged me was that these girls came forward. Well, they were women came forward and they were telling their story to kind of get his name out there and start like to help other girls. And they were just getting such hate in the comments, like "You are so dumb, you're so stupid." No, another dumb girl that falls for a stupid thing, and it was kind of like they started to get really depressed and get a complex about all of the hate that they were getting, and then it got to this swell of so much hate that it switched into support, and then the message starts spreading really fast, and then that's how the next person found out, and while she was dating him and kind of caught him.
Hmm.
But it's really interesting. I don't know if I would fall for it, but
What's it called again? I'm gonna put this in my notes.
the Tinder Swindler.
Tinder swindler. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it was originally an article in something, and basically it's all overseas. It's all in Sweden and Stockholm and London, and he was doing a
Wow.
lot of international stuff over there.
Okay. Let me check
But
it out.
yeah, I mean it's you can do something else while you're watching it. Let's just say that
Okay.
it's not a full immersion.
Okay. No, that's actually helpful because I'm always looking for things like that while I need to, do something sort of laborious and annoying, or I'm
Mm.
cleaning or something and I like to watch a movie. I did watch Wally.
Oh, wow. And okay, so avid listeners of Hypebusters podcast said Hypebusters podcast. We were April had never seen the Pixar classic Wally, so now you have seen it. What do you
I
think?
have. I didn't really like it. I'm sorry.
What didn't you like about it? Like it was too still or slow?
I mean, I think the thing that really got me is that made the humans out to be so stupid.
Oh yeah, it was
It
yeah.
was so like denigrating, I guess, to humanity and
Mhm.
so pro robot. I was like, this feels like propaganda. Like, I don't know who's behind this. This feels like the singularity is near Ray Kurzweil bullshit. Like, put into a Pixar film. I was like, I don't know what's happening. So
Well,
it felt a little bit like, God, I don't know if I want our kids thinking that humans are this dumb and like robots are the future. Because it's like we blew up our planet, we filled it with trash, and then robots had to come to our rescue. Like,
yeah. I
so
can see it.
thematically, it bugged me. Although I
Well,
will say the robot romance was kind of adorable, and also I was in Hello Dolly as a child, and so I was like obsessed with all the Hello Dolly playing all the time.
Oh, right.
Put on your Sunday best. Da, 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 da.
Well, I mean, talking about your favorite movie, Wally. The one thing that's been have you seen Encanto yet?
No.
Okay, Encanto is definitely, if you look at it from, I really liked it, but it's getting super duper amounts of hype. It's one of the first, I think, Disney movies in I don't know how many years that one of the songs is the number one of the songs in the movie, which is a show song, which is not like it's not like I mean it could be poppy, I guess, if you I don't really think so. But it's more of like it's like a Disney song. It number one on the Billboard charts. And it's from a kids movie. So the premise of Encanto is that they are this family is gifted this house that's enchanted, and every time a child is born, they get a different door, and each door behind each door has a power, but it's all linked to this, but it's all elements of their psyche. But it's like you don't really see it, but like looking at it from a psychological perspective, it's really, really interesting. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and the songs are pretty catchy too. It's all Lin Manuel Miranda.
okay.
But yeah, it's in. They're talking about making it into like the first new movie in a while. They're going to make into a ride, into an experience. They're
Oh,
going to do
really?
sequels. They're going to do like it's the first one that went really big,
Why do you watch so many children's movies?
especially when it comes to Disney and Pixar. I I like to see the two storylines they're trying to say. There's a storyline for adults and a storyline for children that's very strong. And it's I love the ability of talking to both audiences while building a strong narrative that builds a conversation that comes out later. I mean, some of them don't land, but yeah, Encanto for sure. I was really I have a Disney Plus subscription. I watch it. Um
Wow! I would
yeah.
not. I was like, without kids, I'm curious how you keep watching all these like cute little movies that I feel like you'd be forced to watch if you had children, but you're
No,
not.
because I
So
don't.
you're doing it by choice.
Yeah, no, by choice. I don't like watching. I don't like watching. I don't really not into dramas. I'm not really into war films. I'm not really into
Huh?
scary films. I like
Low to scary. Yeah,
light things, and kind of just really sweet things and sentimental. Sometimes not romantic
I
comedies.
see.
And I
I
can't do
see.
that. That's slop.
All right. Should we stop talking about ourselves and start talking about the news?
Oh my god, let's do it. News time.
Quite a sound effect.
I know. Wordle.
Okay. Like is this what this is like improv and now I have to go and use the word suggestion? Um
The suggestion is Wordle.
All right. So the New York Times is facing some backlash over making some changes to Wordle after they acquired it. Wordle is this like viral puzzle game that people have been going crazy for. And apparently the New York Times has made it too hard. So it used to be the kind of thing that most people could play and it took like 1 to 5 minutes, to figure out what the word was and that was fun. But now it's become something they've taken it to like the next level where it's no longer fun. And in the meantime, there are two competitors that have like come in to fill in behind them. They're offering the same kind of thing. Um, so it's a little bit interesting, but I mean, it makes sense the New York Times wanted to New York Times it, but it's also like it's like they tried to make it as hard as their crossword puzzles or something, but it sounds like they've kind of ruined it for a lot of people. So hopefully they can fix that.
Well, yeah, or whatever. But I would say that, like, with Wordle, have you ever done it? Have you ever played it?
I haven't.
Okay, a lot of people were talking about it, and then I heard that it was something that was free on New York Times, and then they were going to gate it somehow. So they were going to take away the free version at some point. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm interested in this because there's some sort of economic play on it, and then to try to get subscribers. So what they were trying to do is make the puzzles really super duper easy, so everyone felt really smart.
Mhm.
Because I would see people that going like, "Oh, I got it, and I got the word on the first try," and I'm just like, "Mm." I mean, just not judging, not judging, but sometimes when someone posts that and you're like, they got the Wordle in the first try, maybe Wordle's not that hard. So I think what they were doing is trying to get a lot of people interested in it, just like Words with Friends. And they kind of hook them in, and then they're like, okay, how am I going to keep them? We can't just give them easy puzzles because they'll give up.
Yeah, I see.
So, because you can't level up in it. It's basically there's one game a day, just like a crossword puzzle. It's like
I
one
see, I
game a day,
see.
and that's it. So, if you win in 3 seconds,
That's
you
it.
feel superior. So if the first couple you can't get, and then all of a sudden you're getting them really quickly, you must be a wizard. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the level of intensity so that you then come back and spend more time on the website, less bounce rate, better for SEO. Like there's lots of great implications for it.
Right.
So I think that's what's up.
Okay, I like it. What do you think about Trump announcing Truth Social
Oh
on
my god.
President's Day? I will say from a PR perspective, it's brilliant he did it on President's Day. Like that was so I mean, of course, right? I mean, he's been doing his own PR forever, but I thought that was really smart. The timing of it, I will leave the rest in your court because this is more your wheelhouse than mine with social media. But I thought from a PR perspective, it was well timed.
Oh, I think it was very well timed. I thought it was very well thought out. I there's the the only problem with this is that I feel that doing a big launch on a day like this can be on President's Day can be a little challenging because having all everybody do everything at once and a big blitz of media attention because that's how they're all hearing about it is problematic for a new application. So I honestly I didn't look too closely at what the news cycle was around this just because I've been following I knew this was happening from November.
Yep.
And so anyway, but I'm sure that I thought that they were going to beta it before they went to this. So I thought what was going to happen was it was going to be used and available, but no one was going to really talk about it. And then they're going to turn the volume up really loud on President's Day. And I think that that would have been a better move, personally, because
Mm.
then everybody. Because here's the deal: if you have like one of the Super Bowl ads was a QR code, and it was just a QR code that was on the television for the full ad buy, and the QR code crashed during the Super Bowl. It's kind of like you have to build the infrastructure in order. It's like there's I would say that there's more weight in capturing the
Mhm.
audience that is trying to engage with you rather than saying I'm so hot my shit broke. Do you know what I mean?
Well, here's what's interesting. I'm looking at the story on Reuters. It says due to massive demand, they placed a bunch of people on a wait list. So they're getting either people are having trouble getting an account or they're getting um added to a wait list. So maybe because it's and then it also said the app has been available for people invited to use it during its test phase. So it sounds
Okay.
like they did do a beta, and also maybe what they did is had limited number of seats so that it's like beta 2.0.
Ah, okay.
And so probably what they've done, which is even smarter from a PR perspective, it's like, oh, we can't even get in. It's like when everybody wanted to be in Clubhouse. So it's creating this idea of exclusivity, like, oh, I can't get into the Truth Social app. But I wonder how hard it is.
Well, I opened it up prior to the show because I was going to download it
Now I want to see if I can.
because I want to see it. But it's not it but is it called Trump PR?
Trump PR?
No, that's Galloway.
No, no,
Um,
let me
let's
look.
do
It should
Trump.
be it should be
Oh my god.
what'd you find?
I just typed in Trump and I was looking at the results. Truth Social. Get. Oh, I like the logo. Interesting.
Oh, it is nice. Wow.
It looks pretty.
It's really pretty. Okay, I downloaded it.
And you
Wait,
know what
I'm
it
up
looks like though?
next.
If you look at that, I mean, if I'm downloaded it, look at how the truth looks on the logo. This is the create your screen.
Mhm.
It looks like that tobacco. Remember that those tobacco ads that are like the truth on tobacco, and it's just like I think it says truth on the
Mm.
screen. Very similar to that.
I really like the segmented T, and then
The
the little
little
the square that's a different color, the period that's a different
little period.
color. It's
Look at
really
us. It's like we're doing an unboxing of the Trump app.
nice.
Only on every
So
every
far, we talked
every
about ourselves for 30 minutes before we told anybody anything else, and now we're just giving a play-by-play of us downloading the Truth social app.
so it is another white knuckle ride on the Hype Busters train, folks. So buckle up.
Okay, I got an email, or I should have an email.
Oh, I chose the wrong email address. I hope you don't. No, I think I chose a client's email. Oh,
Oh my god.
they'll be surprised.
I signed up for Truth Social. Um,
It's a pretty easy sign up process if we're going
if we're doing play-by-play.
play by play.
No, it's super, super easy. I don't have an email from them yet, though, do you?
Nope. So we'll wait.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Stay tuned, Hypebuster fans. Will we get an email from the Trump organization? Hold on tight. We'll let you know.
All right, while we're doing that, I have to tell you, do you remember when I told you about Ron Tarosian and the weird press release about
Oh
his
yeah, yeah,
book
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was like long and roving? So I saw another story and another story and another, and I started to realize, oh, he's putting out a press release every 2 or 3 days. So there's
Um,
one of the headlines is Ron Tarosian with great public relations quotes. Ron Tarosian on Peloton. Then there's another one, Ron Tarosian with marketing podcast to listen to. And then there's another one, Ron Tarosian recent charitable donations. There's another one on there, like going back to their co-working space, announced the expansion of the cannabis practice. I was like, okay, he is burying something. This is an SEO play. This isn't PR.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it's all Ron Tarosian with 10 ways to engage existing clients. And he definitely has a reputation for like getting into it. And there's
Oh
been
yeah.
lots of negative coverage about him. So it all went ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh, I totally bought it. It was dumb press release on purpose because it's just filled with all of these SEO terms of whatever they're trying to bury.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I was excited to tell you about that, which is why I didn't want to tell you before. Ron Tarosian book release on Richard Miley. It's like
Oh my god.
it's
It's like a
never
fart.
ending. No, it Ron Tarosian with 10 ways to engage existing clients. Like it just keeps going. It just keeps it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh
And he actually got he got like Martech or something to cover one of them, but um Ron
yeah.
Torsian tips on media features. It's
Oh
like
my god.
it just keeps going. Okay, anyway, I'll stop even though it is entertaining. I mean, you just, honestly, anybody in PR that wants a good laugh, just Google Ron Torosian, put it in the news, and you're gonna see like the succession of these ridiculous press releases. So
Oh my god. That's
that's what's happening.
hilarious.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And I love that. I love that. Out of like the 10 or 15, like one got picked up. It was just kind of like I just got to do
Oh,
something with this guy.
no, and it wasn't even a PR trade. It was like a marketing tech trade or something, and they picked it up. And I was like, how? Why? Um, yeah. So anyway, that is my exciting news about Run Teresian.
Oh, I love it.
I think you were going to share something about email marketing while we're waiting for this exciting email.
And speaking of email, still hasn't come yet. We're still awaiting. We're
Hasn't for
still
me either.
maybe we know they know we're judging it already.
I mean, I just want to see it. I'm not judging it. We already so far we've only said complimentary things about it.
We've been
Great,
really, really great
great
too.
logo, great colors.
Mhm. And
Was
also, I just from the just
released at a
from,
strategic time.
yes, yes, well done, everybody. Beta testing, which we all love. Also the what
The wait list.
the wait list. Gotta love that. It's better than the blacklist. Don't tell my grandmother. But
I
the
mean, he is a business genius for a reason, right?
yeah, absolutely. He's so great. So email marketing, email marketing daily came up with this great story, which I think is it the bleeding obvious? Yes. Do people need to still hear this? Yes. This is almost when I read this. Okay, when I read this like, do you know the publication The Onion?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I read this like an Onion headline.
Okay.
Okay, because it's this to a marketer is very Onion like.
Okay.
Shoppers will unsubscribe from a brand if they're incorrectly targeted. Study finds.
That's amazing.
Can you unhear that or unsee
No,
that?
it's
Um,
amazing.
but I mean, again, it's basically saying the fucking obvious. If you are targeting brands, let's see, of the shoppers polled in this study, that was the emotional shopping experience, which was released by YouGov PLC or Parcel Lab. And of the shoppers polled, 49% were incorrectly marketed to by a brand within the last 6 months. Of those, 88% acted against the brand. 42% immediately unsubscribed to all of the brand's marketing content, and 24% blocked all content from the brand on social media, and 22% decided not to purchase from the brand again.
Wow.
That's pretty intense, I think. And but let's think about like for you, like if you were hit by a brand, like if it was just something that was totally wrong for you, if it was like pink unicorn slippers or like
I
just
mean, I would probably buy that, but
you'd probably buy it. Right? Jesus Christ, your
try
Amazon
again.
shopping list is crazy. The a stuffed Wally was sent to, was targeted
I'd be
to
pissed.
you.
Or Gremlin.
That are Gremlin.
Gremlin cereal.
Gremlin cereal. It's a thing. We I saw something on one of the blogs I was reading, pop culture blogs, and I saw a picture as a throwback to Gremlin cereal, and I do remember it tastes like Captain Crunch. And have you ever had Captain Crunch before? I know that
Yeah,
you.
I
Okay.
definitely had Captain Crunch, but definitely not Gremlin cereal.
Okay, well, you missed it because Gremlin cereal was basically a bastardized Captain Crunch. So it was one of those cereals, and all our dear listeners out there, you do know this feeling when you eat one of those gross kid cereals, and you can get your finger and scrape the roof of your mouth and get something on it.
Yep.
Gremlin cereal all day long.
It tacked the roof of your mouth.
Exactly. And I remember the commercial. It was like, oh no, don't put milk on it, it's gonna multiply. And then
Oh
like they
my
poured
god.
more in. Yeah, it was great. My
Wow.
childhood was
Okay.
very rich.
I
But
see that.
yeah, so anyway, email marketing. If you are doing email marketing, I mean it's like it's a no-brainer. You have to know the right person. You have to be hitting like buying freaking lists and just scraping data is so old school. And people, this right here shows that people aren't into it anymore. I mean, I think I've been getting much less targeted incorrectly especially after GDPR when they passed all the email regulations. I feel like
Yeah.
it's changed.
I think it's gotten better. To be honest, my personal email is just mostly now marketing emails, and I just have to hunt through for things I actually need. But I think in general that's true.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but you know,
Oh,
if
it came into spam.
oh shit, man. Oh no. The worm is turning on this app already. Okay, April,
Hey, truth
unbox this
sayer,
bitch.
click the link below to confirm your address for your True Social account.
Your home address?
My email address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting Trump mail to it. Just kidding. No, it just asked for your email. Email token has expired. Why? I literally just clicked on it. Confirm email address. Oh, and it doesn't work. Did it work for you?
No, no one's getting in touch with me. They've sussed me out. I'm not part of the. Let me see. Where's my
You're
junk?
not legit enough?
I'm totally not legit enough. I'm not. I've been I've been gooped.
Why doesn't it work?
I don't know. I mean, I will have to.
Now it says join the waiting list.
Oh, burn! That keeps you waiting more. You know what you're gonna do now? It's kind of like back in the old days when you were spending those 30 seconds on online dating. You were refreshing the screen, and they'd look. Are they gonna get back to me? Are they gonna get back to me?
Ugh, so awful. Somehow when I did the waiting list, now it says 4 of 5 not allowed.
Uh-oh. Know
Is
what
that
that means?
I don't.
I
Let me
don't know.
try let me try using my work email. Let's see what happens. My assistant's gonna love that.
Well, anything's better than I would have I was gonna say anything's better than parlor.
No, 4 of 5 not allowed doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
So it's broken. Huh. Okay.
You had us there for a little while, Trumpy, my boy, but
It just all fell apart in the execution. I'm sure it'll get fixed, but okay, should we move on to point counterpoint?
yes, point counterpoint. It is such a fun. It's fun. It's the good old Instagram influencers. Um, before I get into this story, I have a funny story. I said this on a call. I was okay. I was working on working with influencers is absolutely the worst thing ever. Just so you know, and I just absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's part of the deal though. Digital marketing agency, we have to do these relationships. These are the most out of touch human beings I've ever met in my life, and they have no idea how to run their business, which is kind of like the segue into this. Um, but I was talking to one of our a potential client, and they're just like, "What do you think about influencers?" And I said, "They suck." I
You
deal
did
with,
not.
yeah, I
Just
did.
right like that. No,
Yeah,
no.
I said they suck. I said I don't deal with influencers. I deal with people that can make change because I don't believe that if you call yourself an influencer, you're an influencer. So it's kind of like everybody saying that they are the hot commodity when they're not at all. Just because you have you have a gather sign and 3 children does not mean you're an influencer. Just because you have a bikini body, you're not an influencer. Anyway, so there's a story on Insider, Business Insider, about which is kind of helping how to get sponsored on Instagram according to influencers. So it's kind of these influencers, these really fantastic people, teaching other people that want to be like them how to be like them, which is fun. Um,
I mean, what I found interesting in it was
yeah.
that the one girl says, "Well, I just took unpaid brand sponsorships to start and now look where I am," kind of thing. And so in a way I thought that was interesting because I think influencers think they get paid immediately or they have to be, but what a weird thing to take on. You start sort of like hawking a brand for free to be able to be then considered an influencer. I actually found that very entrepreneurial of that particular influencer who gave that advice. And I
Mhm.
thought it was good, like, it doesn't come from that egoic standpoint of like, well, I'm fabulous, so of course brands are going to pay me to do posts and shit. Like, it seemed like, okay, I've decided I'm going to be an influencer. That means I have to do stuff for brands, and that means I'm going to start for free. Like, wow, okay. Like, that's, if you're gonna do that, like, I admire that approach. Um, the rest of it, I'm kind of with you, but it's like more power to that girl, right? Like, she deserves to be an influencer because she put her back into it. Like,
Yeah, no, no, exactly. She broke her back
she
doing it. I mean, it's
she
it
worked
like
for it.
yeah, but this is the difference, right? So someone like this, when you're looking at her model and you don't know how influencers are, and you don't know if you are an influencer and you're trying to get started, this is like if everyone would follow a model like this, it would make more sense
Hmm.
because it's looking at it as a business.
Hmm.
But these people that just jump on there and they just start doing ads and brands and whatever and saying and just coming up with pricing that makes no sense. The problem is that you can pay people to do whatever you want, but it is going to say sponsored or ads on their content. So everybody knows it's an ad. So it's not going to be like, oh my, look at that throw blanket that's over Susan
Hmm.
Cottontail 85. And like, wow, got to get that throw. I don't know. I just don't. And then
Throw blanket.
Throw a blanket.
What did you
Throw-
say? Susie Cottontail number 5? What did you just say?
Susie Cottontail 85. No,
Oh
because
my god.
they're all or like Sweet Lizzie Sunshine, or like they're all like annoying names.
I see, I see.
Yeah, I'm sour just because they involve so much work for such little result, and they have to pay them. It's like, oh my god. But anyway, this is if you want to become an influencer and join the crowd of idiots. I mean, business people. I mean, really like good business people, grassroots entrepreneurs. Read the Business Insider article, how to get sponsored on Instagram. It's actually pretty informative if you want to put the work in. I think,
Yeah.
but but yeah.
Speaking of bikini bodies,
Ooh.
should we skip ahead to our cash or trash with Kendall Horback? I mean Kendall Jenner.
Oh, Kendall! Oh my, she's coming
Chris,
over.
Chris has in our notes for the show, everyone. Kendall Horback. That was how he reminded us what we were talking about next.
And honestly, that's not slut shaming. That's just like family shaming. Um,
By the way, the photos, the bikini body made me think of it because in these photos, for anyone who hasn't seen this photo or this story, she is wearing to a wedding next to the bride who's wearing a proper wedding dress. It's white. A Chris calls it a dress-kini. So it's like
Biskini,
a
yeah,
cross. It's like a cross between a bikini and a dress and an S&M outfit. Like it's
yeah,
just not clear what the
mhm,
hell is happening.
yeah.
But it's like it's really something. Um, so basically, Kendall Jenner has been promoting her new tequila brand, 818,
Yep.
and she's been doing a series of Instagram posts, and she's gotten in quite a bit of trouble for it because
Ooh.
she has like one of the pictures is 3 tequila bottles and one of them is totally empty, and she's got another one where she's literally sipping out of her tequila out of a from the giant bottle, and we're talking like a bar size bottle that for
Mhm.
serving
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100 people.
Not the
Not
small
a
personal
personal,
size.
no, this is not like the the crappy tequila you get in a hotel room or on an airplane. It's like the
Yeah.
giant bar size, everyone at the whole bar gets shots with this one bottle, and she's sipping it out of a straw. Sipping, yeah, I didn't say that right. She is sipping the tequila out of a straw by herself. It's all over the place. So it's like it's a lot of her with tequila in sort of inappropriate ways. And then apparently she's getting in a lot of trouble for, promoting irresponsible drinking because of the various photos that are in poor taste. Um, so I find some of them very off-brand for her because if in poor taste is your thing, if you're like Paris Hilton and you're just trying to be sensational, fine, like totally on brand. I'm all for it. Even if it's being sensational just to get attention, because that's like a Paris Hilton brand. I don't think of that as a Kendall Jenner brand. I think of her as like high fashion, fabulous, high net worth. So for me, it just feels a little bit off brand. Just
No,
doesn't feel like it fits.
I don't disagree with you. I think it's trash. I think it's trashy
It's
AF.
trashy.
But the thing, well, it's trashy. Like it's kind of it's more of her. I always thought of her, like you said, like more of a high fashion. She's a model. She's this. She's that. She's the other.
Hmm.
I don't think I would see Bella Hadid do this stuff. This is kind of like cheap. I don't know. I mean, the pictures are pretty. I mean, everyone knows how to use a filter, and I mean, there's a beauty
Yeah.
to it, but like at the same time, I feel that she's kind of seeing that the life of a fashion model is a very very short one, and you need to jump into the family business and kind of start getting. That's kind of what I
I
felt.
guess so. I just don't know why they're going for controversial as the tequila brand. I mean, why not just high end, exclusive, like fabulous? Why why lean into drinking tequila out of a straw?
I just, I mean, I just, obviously it's for clicks, but like, I don't think she's necessarily, I don't think she's sensationalizing anything. I think that this is kind of my thing is I feel like this is a little bit lowbrow. So I think it's targeted at a different audience.
Mm,
I think
to
it's targeted
expand the
at
audience.
yeah, I think it's targeted at because if you're looking at like if you've ever talked to somebody and they bring up that they watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, that's a big cross section of people. It's not like
Mhm.
a certain type of person watches it. And
That's
here's the thing.
true.
See, and I would be like, I watch all the Housewives. I watch Bravo religiously. I can't watch that. It's just it's for me, it's unwatchable. So but I would say there's lots of people that just normal day people that aren't into like like aspirational cutouts and big asses and like all that kind of stuff that finds them interesting.
Did you also see later in the BuzzFeed story, that she did a promotional video and accompanying photo shoot wearing what was deemed to be traditional Mexican clothing and hairstyles as she worked alongside the farmers? And then it didn't sit well with consumers, and it sparked this huge backlash because they were criticizing her for um, appropriating Mexican culture and being disrespectful toward native workers.
Mm, yeah.
They said it was branded tone deaf and offensive.
Was she the dummy that did she the idiot up of that crew that did the Pepsi ad that was pulled?
I don't remember.
She was, I was gonna say Kardashian, but yeah, let me see, who is it? Kendall Jenner, yeah. She's the one too.
All right, so maybe it is on brand for her.
Yeah. Well, no, she did it was like it was culturally insensitive. That's what reminded me of like, oh, I forgot about that Pepsi ad that like
So
from
that's her
6 years
brand.
ago. Wait, 3, 4, 5 years ago. But okay,
Okay.
so get the whole bag. You're not invited to dinner.
Oh my god. Okay, so trash.
Trash. And then we have one of your other favorite things in the world, which is diet
Yeah.
beer for athletes.
Yeah, it's so great. So great.
So this is the story that Miller spars with Bud Light over low calorie counts. So Bud says 80, Miller says 64. Now, if that was 69, this would be more on brand for a cash or trash concept, I would
That
say.
would be hilarious. Then I would give it cash, but as is trash.
Can I get a Miller 69?
It's
It sounds like
amazing.
it sounds like a sex position. Um oh,
I mean, they could make that a whole campaign. I think you just handed them their next trashy social media campaign. Um,
69er.
yeah, they probably couldn't pull it off, but they should have at least done 68 or something, right? They should have made it so close that it was like,
Yeah. One off perfection something.
right.
Or like, yeah. But the thing is that these guys, what they're doing is they're all shooting for. I really do feel like this beer thing is
Yeah.
really geared at runners and CrossFit people. And I just feel like it's more like that. It's not like, oh, I want to have a beer and I'm on a diet. I don't think it's that crew.
I see, I see. So you okay. I still feel like with the way the wind is blowing with health, that most people that are serious athletes and like serious about their health just don't drink anymore. Like it feels to me, I mean, maybe this is just because I spend too much time on the West Coast, but it started to feel like it just wasn't cool anymore. Like it's like you don't if you want to take care of yourself and your health and your body, like you just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like a little weird to me that some trashy beer that
Right.
doesn't even taste good. It's like if you are an athlete and you're gonna splurge, are you really gonna drink trashy beer? Or are you gonna have like a glass of wine?
Or does it give it does it give it well, here's the thing, think about this. When I was running marathons, like I had a little spurt where I did that and then just started like breaking down your body and I was like, that's enough, I'm done. And at the end of every marathon that I ran, and I did one, two, three, four, five, six, and a triathlon, every single one had a beer tent. And it was all free and it was all for the people. And it was
Interesting.
right after the finish line. And because beer has a lot of things that are it's like there's good carbs and there's stuff in it that is kind of refreshing and rewarding after doing that for your body. It's not the worst thing for you. So maybe capturing that and giving an opportunity to elevate a shitty, terrible trailer park brand into being like, oh, now we're more refined because you know what? We've lost some weight. We bought a new suit at the men's warehouse. Now we're Miller 64. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking now, it looks like if you're like trying to, if you're on a keto diet, for example, they recommend the wines, of course, the dry whites and the dry reds and then champagne or mojitos or tequila
Hmm.
because they don't have carbs. They have calories but no carbs. And then the worst if you're, on a keto diet, for example, they say beer, Diet Coke, and rum, mixed drinks, mimosas. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right, and maybe I'm just out of touch.
Well, no, I don't think I think that it's what it is if you go to like in our grocery stores in Florida, everything's in one store except liquor. Liquor is still like in another place, but you can buy wine and
Mhm.
beer in the store. So there's like literally a huge case that you can get everything from. I don't know what the situation is.
Huge.
Huge.
You said that like Donald.
You know, I'm inspired.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's amazing. You know Topo Chico, that wine? I'm not that wine, that
Yes.
water.
Sparkling water, yeah.
Yep, they have a White Claw version. There's
Really?
yeah, they have a White Claw version. It's very good. But they and it's Topo Chico spirits. And then but it's like everyone is doing it.
I see.
Yeah, I mean it's like they'll be like Cheetos like White Claw by the end of the year, you know what I mean? It's kind of like everyone's into this like thin can makes I can drink more and I'm not going to get wasted and oh it's only 80 calories. Yeah, but if you drink the whole fucking box, it's going to be
Right. You
there's
might as well
trouble.
have just like had a whole pint of ice cream.
I
Um,
find that this is kind of forcing Americans to overconsume
mm,
something by cutting it down and making it seem like it's better for you.
I mean, that's what I do with decaf coffee now. So,
Oh, look at you on your decaf coffee. So what's this about? Why are you decaf? Are you always decafed?
yeah, but I drink way too much of it. And I
Mm.
can because it's decaf, but it still has like, 8% of the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. So I'll have, and I have an espresso machine. So I'll end up making like, four decaf espressos or whatever, which is like, by the time I'm done with that, it's like a third of a cup of coffee.
Oh my god, how do you get by?
But I'm like, I can have as much coffee as I want. So I understand that because it's like, it's fine. And then I just have coffee all day long.
Yeah, it's like getting like the Oreo. There's like those Oreo thins if you've ever seen them, and people are like, "Oh, I love the Oreo thins." It's like, yeah, because you eat the whole damn pack. I mean, it's you know, oh, it's so light. It's so light. I'm gonna put four together.
That's funny. That's so
Uh,
funny.
so what do we have? What do we have
I think
next?
I think it's a wrap, Chris.
Oh, it's a wrap with turkey and
Do you miss
cheese.
me already?
God, I miss you already. I miss all of your. I miss what's Mac. I miss my invite to. Let's take one last check in to see if I've been blacklisted by the Trump organization.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. No whammies. No whammies. No whammies. Go. Ignored. Completely ignored.
Really?
Yeah, it's completely ignored. I didn't get jack. But let's see.
Wait,
One
did you at least get the confirm email address email in your spam?
I'm going to open up one other spot where it could be and confirm. Everyone is hanging on by a thread for this answer. I
I'm
guess
just I'm in the edge of my seat with my jaw at the ground.
not at the ground,
Not at the ground.
not at the ground, not at the ground round. Okay, let me see.
And then finally for me it gives me some weird like logo with nothing. I can't do anything
But
from here.
did you try to get in? Maybe it's mobile only. Um,
Let me try. Let me try.
try phone. I don't. I'm trying to open my emails, which will be very interesting. Let's see what I got. Oh, is there any junk in my trunk?
Spam.
Let's go. I don't think I've heard someone say the word spam so many times.
Spam.
Bam!
Wait, I don't see it in my spam on my phone. Why?
So you need a spam face mask or spam foot mask would be good.
Oh, mail. Truth Social.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Confirm email address. Something went wrong. Please try again. Oh, resend verification email. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
Okay.
it's getting
Something's
exciting
happening.
here. Oh shit, it's happening
Okay.
now. Okay, we
Let's
almost
see
done.
what. No.
My emails aren't loading fast
Oops.
enough
I
for
put
this.
the wrong birthday in.
Oh, I just saw a headline from our one of our illustrious boots on the ground. No one can get in.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's on. It was on TechCrunch. No one can get.
Why?
Um, it was because I signed up.
Narcissist.
Yeah.
So nobody can get in. This is not working for anybody.
No, it's not.
Hmm,
So, you know what? Hey,
all right.
you had a good run in our eyes. We're behind you. We liked your logo. We liked your layout. We liked the.
I'm still gonna try because now I'm determined.
And you know what? I'm not so determined. So, can you fill me in April?
Yeah, I'll let you
How
know.
you get on in the wonderful world of tech? If you don't let me in fast, you are not part of my. You're not part of my tribe. You're not part of my tribe.
That's what he said.
I need a fast entry. Honest to God, like on like when you're talking about Clubhouse before, literally on Clubhouse, I hacked my way into Clubhouse within like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I was in, and I was like, okay, that's it, I'm in. Because if you say, oh, we'll send you, you're on the waiting list. Mm, mm. No, bye. I'm out of here. I don't have the time for that. But so on the next episode of Hype Busters, we're going to give you a cliffhanger here. Will April be allowed to join the truth? Will Chris actually follow up with his spam folder?
Oh God. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Hype Busters.
Yes, everybody. Thank you so much. Please get in touch with us if you have any show topics you want to be a guest. Again, if you want to become one of our illustrious sponsors, we have a total of countless right now. We have serial numbers of sponsors right now. So yeah, get in touch
We
with
just have
us.
to start doing it for free, Chris, like the Instagram influencers, and then we'll get paid advertisers.
Yep, as long as you don't call me an influencer, I'm in.
All right. Well, we will see you next time for more real talk on strategic communications with him,
Me,
Chris,
Chris Tompkins.
and me, April.
Morgan. No. Bye,
See you
everybody.
soon.
We love you. Kendall Horbag. The
Bye.
safe word. Bye.